let's kickstart today's conversation and unpack what I think is actually a powerful, if a bit of a underregarded tool for public sector transformation, which is content management, knowledge management, also called enterprise content management, but basically information generated by an organization, used by its employees, used by its customers. How can we put this to use, especially towards the aims of digitization in the hybrid working age? How can these things serve both the employees and the customer base, as well as the managers and the business outcomes? This is what we'll be talking about today. So thank you for joining us.
Things like policies, as an example. As those documents get updated, they might need to follow a certain business process from an approval perspective before they get put into full effect. Now, when you start looking at the hybrid working or the remote working, it makes it a bit difficult to physically move paper from one person to the other. And that's where content services set up correctly and brought into an environment can help automate those physical processes that are still out there today in many of our departments.
2 or 3 years ago, Gartner said, well, ECM is dead. It's now content services. And the whole reason for that comment wasn't that the industry is dead, that we've become a commodity, that we're not relevant. It was actually to expand our portfolio to say, we are now managing all of your content, not just your documents. So it can be videos, it can be voice recordings, it can be an invoice, it can be any content that is relevant to an organization, and managing that either through a business process or through a case management process.
It becomes very difficult in terms of putting together workflows, especially on systems that are already in existence, especially when you don't even have an API platform on top of your infrastructure, on top of your application, that are either talking web services or they're talking XML, whatever the case might be. As we implementing these solutions, we need to be thinking security or cybersecurity before any implementation that we're going to be doing as a core element or as a foundation for models that we're going to be doing on any content management.
From a security perspective, we make sure that the right people have the information that they need, and it's based on usernames and permissions so that only the right people have the ability to access the right documents, but then also the auditability on that content so that if someone prints a document or downloads a document, we can even control the permission that if you don't have permission to print a document, you can't.
We can enable multi-factor authentication. So, for more sensitive items, we could force the person to enter a password again before doing certain actions. So that kind of could assist with the internal keeping of security, being able to define permission levels, and that can be integrated together with things like Active Directory or your more common signing authorities and stuff like that. So there are ways that we could assist from an internal security breach perspective as well.
This has been a Brainstorm and a Hyland roundtable conversation around content management systems, especially how they can help us enable employees, monitor employees, and of course the challenges that go around that. My name is James Francis. I was your MC for the session. Have a great day further. Have a good week further, and we hope to see you at the next one. Thank you and goodbye.